They didn't want you to find this book. Not because it's dangerous, but because it works. We live in a world that rewards silence. The ones who unlock the truth are told to keep their mouths shut. Those who speak about manifestation, real manifestation, are often dismissed, mocked, or worse, ghosted by algorithms and buried in search engines. This book isn't just theory. It's a blueprint, a decoded manual for those tired of affirmations that lead nowhere, vision boards that collect dust, and positive vibes that never paid the rent. Chapter 1. The first code. Manifestation was never meant to be mainstream. You're not here to think happy thoughts. You're here to bend reality. And I'm going to show you how. The truth is, real manifestation was never designed for the masses. Look around. Everyone's talking about manifesting these days. TikToks with 3-step methods. Instagram gurus, whispering secrets to wealth. Say this sentence 5 times before bed, and you'll become a millionaire. You've seen it. It's fake. All of it. It was a forbidden weapon. A silent ritual, kept in bloodlines, royal circles, and ancient houses of power. The best way to hide truth is to turn it into a trend. Unknown source, redacted in. But here's what they didn't tell you. They took real manifestation, diluted it, packaged it, and sold it to the public like sugar water. Easy to swallow. Harmless, completely useless. You are already manifesting every second. Your reality is not built from thoughts. It's built from encoded beliefs and energetic signals you're not even aware you're sending. A client I worked with, we'll call her S, manifested 1-2,000. Real example, not for the faint-hearted. There are band frequencies, emotional combinations, so powerful they were scrubbed from public knowledge. The ancients called them soul codes. Conscious memory reversal, not by visualizing it, but by activating a suppressed code that involved emotionally charged recall. She accessed a memory that wasn't hers, triggered a field that wasn't in the physical, and reality adjusted. And a technique that was literally banned in a popular law of attraction book's final draft. I've seen the original manuscript. It was redlined by publishers. You see, this game isn't fair. But if you're reading this, you weren't meant to play fair anyway. Chapter 2. The second code. Reality isn't physical. It's permission-based. They taught you to believe in what you can see. But the real players of this game, they only move when they feel the signal. And here's the first forbidden truth of this chapter. Why hard work failed you, and why it was meant to. Reality doesn't respond to effort. It responds to energetic authority. Wake up early. Grind. Hustle. Push harder. You were conditioned to believe that hard work leads to success. And sometimes it works, just enough to keep you believing. But real power? That doesn't come from effort. The kind that moves $100K into your account overnight, makes a person call you out of nowhere, or shifts an entire outcome in your favor without doing anything. It comes from energetic permission. You only experience what you've given yourself unconscious permission to receive. Let me make this clear. Your bank account isn't low because you're lazy. Your love life isn't dry because you're unlucky. Your life is stuck because your inner coding has not authorized more. Money has to be earned through suffering. And the crazy part, you don't even remember when or how you coded it. Most of your reality is preloaded by silent contracts you didn't know you signed. Too much wealth will make me a target. If I become rich, I'll lose my friends. These are programmed permissions, not truths. And the universe doesn't question them. It simply enforces them. The secret of the silent signature. You carry what we call a silent signature, an energetic barcode that signals to reality what is allowed to enter your life. It's not what you say, it's not what you visualize. It's not what you think. It's what you've already agreed to vibrationally, often before you even knew how to speak. Childhood moments of rejection. This signature was created from echoes of trauma stored in your nervous system, societal programming wrapped in praise and punishment, lineage memory. Yes, you carry energetic agreements that aren't even yours. If your signature says only survive, you will. If it says thrive beyond imagination, you will. Reality is mercilessly obedient. The truth they don't want published. Here's something they stripped out of public books. There are ancient practices, many from Eastern esotericism and forbidden Western occult schools, that show how to manually reprogram your permission field. These were once reserved for black card circles in private houses, pharaohs and high initiates, intelligence agents trained in Psy-war operations. The statement of non-linear permission. One such practice is called underneath it. Right. Here's the short version, but use with care. Write down an outcome you deeply desire. I allow this reality to unfold. Not by logic, but by encoded resonance now activated in me. Then, for 7 days, every time your ego says that's impossible, you respond silently. Permission has already been granted. You'll notice things start warping. The hidden level, negative permissions, people shift. Time opens. Coincidences accelerate. Most people unconsciously give negative permissions. You've been tricked into coding beliefs like, I must work hard for every dollar. I am not responsible enough to manage more. It's dangerous to outgrow my surroundings. Unexpected money means something bad will follow. You didn't say these things out loud, but your vibrational agreement said it for you. To reverse them, 1. Identify your inner story. 2. Rewrite it manually every morning by stating, today I authorize miracles disguised as normal events. Miracles prefer boring entrances. Real story, the waiter who shifted his grid. Prepare your field to receive them. Without fireworks. An ordinary waiter in Vancouver, barely surviving off tips, reprogrammed his permission by writing, I allow unexpected channels of money to find me. Within 14 days, he was approached to model for a coffee brand ad. A gig paying more than 6 months of waitering. He wasn't scouted for looks. He was scouted because someone liked his vibe. The code speaks louder than resumes. Later he admitted, I realized I had spent years acting like money was suspicious. I flipped that script overnight. Bonus activation. Instant permission shift exercise. When you authorize a new agreement, life rushes to fulfill it. When you feel blocked, use this instant recalibration. Close your eyes. Stand up. Say aloud, I now revoke old agreements of lack. I install sovereign permission to overflow. Feel it. Don't intellectualize it. Do this for 3 consecutive mornings, and watch how opportunities start presenting themselves without traditional effort. You don't manifest by wishing. You manifest by authorizing. Life-changing secret unlocked. You either grant reality access to upgrade you, or you unconsciously block it. Reality isn't external. Reality is an ongoing agreement. Negotiate it differently, and the game changes permanently. And watch how quickly the universe re-signs to serve you. Upgrade your signature. Change the contract. What they didn't tell you is, Chapter 3, the third code. Time isn't linear. It's negotiable. They taught you to be patient, to wait your turn, to trust the timing of the universe. Time is programmable. It's not a law. It's a contract. The lie of linear progress. And if you don't renegotiate your contract with time, you stay stuck in a default setting designed to keep you poor, small, and obedient. You were programmed to believe success comes in a straight line. Study hard. Work harder. Wait years. Retire tired. But that's a manufactured timeline. It's not reality. You don't have to earn the future step by step. In real manifestation, time bends around your decisions. Those who break free from the time trap accelerate results others think are impossible. You can collapse it. Timeline collapsing. A forbidden technology. Read it again. Compress events. There are secret teachings, intentionally kept from mass education, that reveal how to accelerate outcomes. This technique is known as timeline collapsing. Skip steps without earning them traditionally. It was used by underground societies, elite families, and financial dynasties to accumulate wealth and influence rapidly across generations. Timeline collapsing works because reality isn't waiting. It's responding. The future isn't a distant place. It's already coded, and you can download it early. The 3-minute collapse ritual. Use this only when you're serious about bending your reality field. Visualize your desired outcome already complete. Don't imagine the process. Imagine the arrival. Whisper, I collapse the false distance. I authorize the now. Think, feel, and breathe from that space. For the next 3 minutes, behave as if it's already handled. It's critical that you don't fall back into waiting mode after this. Real story. The artist who collapsed 3 years into 30. Reality moves fastest when your internal timeline matches your external demand. A struggling artist in Paris wanted a gallery showing, but was told it would take years of networking. Instead, he used the collapse ritual every morning for 20. He refused to entertain the idea of someday. On day 19, a famous collector stumbled on his Instagram by pure chance and offered him an exhibition. That deal accelerated his career by at least 3 years. Coincidence? No. Code execution. What they don't want you to realize. If you knew you could skip steps, you'd stop obeying their systems. That's why they romanticize patience. If you could accelerate wealth without begging, working 80 hours a week, or waiting decades, you'd become unmanageable. They teach you that struggle is noble. It's not. It's conditioning. You were meant to command time itself. You were never meant to grind your soul to dust waiting for a divine reward. Life-changing secret unlocked. Time obeys authority, not effort. You don't manifest success by waiting your turn. Every second you spend waiting signals to reality that you are comfortable staying where you are. You manifest by collapsing the false separation between now and next. Every moment you act as if the outcome is already yours compresses the distance between your current state and your desired future. Act like the future has already landed. Speak like it. Walk like it. Decide like it. Time is elastic. It stretches or contracts based on the conviction and clarity of your energy field. The stronger your energetic authority, the less time dares to delay. Reality doesn't test your patience. It tests your embodiment. And you'll notice, the future rushes toward you faster than anyone thought possible. Because in this game, time doesn't move you forward. You move time. Chapter 4. The fourth code. Money follows conviction, not logic. Money doesn't follow logic. It follows conviction. The people who attract ridiculous amounts of wealth aren't always the smartest, most strategic, or even the hardest working. They're the ones whose inner signal is louder than external noise. Conviction is a frequency, and most people's is fractured, broken by doubt, shattered by other people's opinions, and leaked through inconsistent emotion. If you want to manifest money, real money, you don't need a business plan first. They don't just think they'll be rich. They know it like they know gravity exists. You need unshakable inner certainty that the money is already on its way, regardless of your current balance. Here's what they don't teach in courses. Money is allergic to desperation, but addicted to conviction. There are individuals who don't visualize money. They don't grind. They don't repeat affirmations. The conviction ritual unpublished. They just decide. And the decision is so absolute that reality begins rearranging. Sit silently for 7 minutes with your eyes open. Picture the moment you see $100,000 in your account. Not the number, the moment. Then whisper once. The screen, the smell in the air, the time of day. Then act normal. That's it. This already happened. I'm just now catching up. Why does this work? Because most people beg the universe with weak emotional energy. You're not here to beg. You're here to broadcast. Real story. The 22-year-old who decided to have, he did the ritual above. He had no job, no plan, just a decision. On day 3, a friend mentioned a random NFT airdrop. He checked. One wallet he forgot about held tokens, now worth 40. He sold them that night. Coincidence? Or did the universe obey his broadcast? Belief is shaky. The biggest lie. You have to believe it. Conviction is solid. Belief can be broken by a bad day. Conviction is carved in stone. When you stop trying to believe and start walking like someone who's already received it, the field bends. Life-changing secret. Unlock. You don't manifest money through belief. You manifest through certainty. Conviction overrides delay. Certainty compresses probability. The faster you embody the outcome energetically, the faster reality aligns. Reality isn't out there waiting to be convinced. Walk as if it's done. Reality is your reflection. Speak as if it's done. Decide as if it's done. And the field will respond without hesitation. Chapter 5. The fifth code. The gatekeeper emotion that blocks all wealth. You can say all the affirmations you want. You can light candles, script, visualize, chant, fast, and wear jade rings. But if you haven't dealt with this one emotion, wealth will always avoid you. It's not fear. It's not guilt. It's not self-worth. Resentment is the subconscious firewall that repels money. It's resentment. How resentment blocks the flow. Every time you say rich people are selfish, you install a block. And the worst part? You don't even realize you're carrying it. Every time you remember the job that underpaid you, the partner who controlled finances, or the friend who never paid you back, you anchor lack. Money is a current. Resentment is corrosion. If you feel even 1% bitterness toward wealth, those who have it, or your past around it, you're sending a signal that says, wealth is unsafe. Wealth equals pain. Do not let it in. And guess what? The field obeys. You might make money, but it won't stay. Or it'll arrive only in hard ways. Or it'll manifest through other people, but never through you. The ritual of wealth. Reconciliation. Here's a raw method that clears the resentment frequency. Use it with full focus. Write a letter to money. Yes, the energy of money itself. Title it, Why I Used to Hate You. Be honest. Blame it. Curse it. Cry it out. Every painful memory tied to money, purge it onto paper. Burn the letter and whisper, I forgive the flow. I release the block. I allow the return. For the next 3 days, anytime you feel bitterness or envy, say silently, that's old code, I don't run that anymore. And the money flow often begins immediately after this energetic clearing. Your body will feel lighter, your chest more open. Real story. The woman who hated her ex-boss, always grinding, always falling short. She was stuck at $4,000 a month for 3 years. He made me feel like I didn't deserve money. She performed the ritual above. In one session, she revealed deep resentment toward an old boss who fired her unfairly. She said, 3 days later, She received a job offer, double her pay, from a company she didn't even apply to. It wasn't about the resume. They found her via an old LinkedIn article she forgot she wrote. It was about the release, the hidden layer of emotional sabotage. Resentment is tricky. It doesn't always feel like anger. But no matter how noble it seems, resentment bleeds energy and marks you vibrationally as unsafe to receive. Sometimes it feels like justice, righteousness, or keeping score. The universe has infinite money to give, but it won't deliver it to a conflicted signal. It only delivers to clear, neutral, open channels. Forgiveness isn't about letting others off the hook. It's about letting yourself off the leash. You can't receive what you secretly resent. Life-changing secret unlocked. If you want to attract wealth, reconcile with every part of your past that hurt you around money, because your future won't enter a field still poisoned by yesterday. Forgive, release, let it flow. Money loves clear channels, and you are the one who decides when the floodgates open. Chapter 6. The sixth code. Training money like a wild animal. Money isn't sacred. It isn't evil. Money is wild energy, and unless you claim it, it runs free, away from you. It isn't spiritual. You don't earn the right to have money. You train your field to command it. If you don't tell money what it is supposed to do, it will find someone else who does. Someone with clearer signals. Someone who doesn't hesitate. Money responds to dominant energy. They respond to calm dominance, energetic certainty. Think about wild horses. They don't respond to begging. Money is the same. If your energy toward money is chaotic, confused, or desperate, you repel it. If your energy is composed, directive, and dominant, you attract it effortlessly. Money looks for a stable home. If your vibration is orderly, commanding, and stable, money gathers. If your vibration is chaotic, unstable, angry, or needy, money leaves. The wild money taming ritual. Here's how you train money without even touching it. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Visualize money as a living force, a current swirling around you. Speak aloud. I am the authority of wealth. Money follows my command. I stabilize abundance. Hold a calm emotional state. Not excitement, not gratitude, pure, grounded certainty. Do not thank money. Simply expect it. Do not wish for it. Money doesn't chase noise. Repeat this for 11 consecutive days. It settles into sovereignty. Real story. The bartender who tamed his flow. Within 2 months, he was offered a stake in a new bar startup. Without asking. A bartender in Barcelona, earning minimum wage, did this ritual. Investors simply liked his energy. They didn't even check his resume. He wasn't the smartest. He wasn't the most connected. He was simply the most stable signal in the room. That's how wild money chooses its new master. You were taught to ask why. You've been taught to fear commanding wealth. You were taught to pray. You were taught to hope. Because systems don't like individuals who command. They can't control them. When you switch from begging to claiming, you step out of their economy and create your own. And nothing scares the system more than someone who no longer needs it to survive. Life-changing secret unlocked. Money doesn't answer prayers. It answers power. You don't become rich by being good. You become rich by being sovereign. Money seeks strong fields. It seeks certainty. It attaches itself to those who radiate stability, not desperation. It rewards those who command the unseen currents without apology. The universe doesn't reward those who hope. Speak to it. You must become a center of gravity, so strong that wealth has no choice but to revolve around you. Tame the wild energy of money. Direct it. Own it, and it will run toward you, and only you, for the rest of your life. Chapter 7. The Seventh Code, the Invisible Contract of Self-Worth. Money doesn't flow to those who deserve it. Money flows to those whose self-worth silently commands it. You are not attracting money. You are mirroring your self-perception into the quantum field. You are not paid what you're worth. You are paid what you believe you're worth. The silent contract you carry, the one written deep in your nervous system, determines how much money you allow yourself to keep. And most people are unconsciously running on expired agreements of lack. It wasn't a conscious choice. How your hidden contract was written. It was encoded in moments you didn't even notice. Being overlooked as a child. Working hard and still being underpaid. Watching your parents struggle financially. Internalizing money is hard to keep from family fights. These moments wrote your subconscious contract. I can survive, but I can't thrive. Unless you rip up the old agreement, you will unconsciously sabotage every upgrade. You'll make the sale, but lose the client. You'll land the opportunity but fumble it. You'll receive the money, but spend it chaotically. Because the old contract forbids sustainable overflow. The rewrite ritual. To install a new contract, use this method. Write the phrase, I authorize my worth to outpace logic. Place your hand on your chest. Repeat it 33 times, slowly, each time sinking deeper into the feeling. After the 33rd repetition, declare, I revoke all outdated contracts. I seal the new covenant now. Hold no expectation, no begging, just declare. Self-worth doesn't demand proof. It demands energy realignment. Real story. The coach who outgrew his own price tag. An online coach I worked with kept capping at $5,000 a month, despite massive demand. He rewrote his worth contract using the ritual above. Within 6 weeks, he tripled his rates, and clients paid without blinking. No new certifications, no marketing gimmicks, no value stacking, just silent authority radiating from the inside out. The silent poison you must remove. Comparison is lethal. Every time you compare your journey to someone else's, you unconsciously sign a permission slip that says, they are worthy. I am still earning it. Tear that slip apart. You're not competing. You're remembering. Self-worth isn't earned. It's reclaimed. You don't attract money through effort. You attract it through the silent broadcast of your perceived value. Update your internal signature. Rewrite the invisible agreement. And watch as money arrives, not as a reward. Chapter 8. The Eighth Code. The banned alchemy of money magnetism. But as a reflection of who you finally remembered you were all along. You've been taught that money is earned through effort. But the forbidden truth? You've been taught that wealth is built through strategy. And there are hidden laws of energetic alchemy that have been intentionally erased from mainstream education. Money is magnetized, not earned. Societies throughout history knew about these laws. Ancient Egyptian high priests, mystery schools of Atlantis, secret financial syndicates during the Renaissance. They knew that money doesn't flow from doing more. It flows from amplifying your personal magnetic field. And that field can be coded, amplified, and commanded. Why they banned financial alchemy. If everyone knew how to magnetize wealth, systems of control would collapse overnight. Banks wouldn't own you. You would be free. Corporations couldn't enslave you with salaries. Governments couldn't manipulate you through scarcity. So they banned the real methods. They distorted them into positive thinking cliches. They buried them under dogma and ridicule. But the codes survived in whispers, in bloodlines, in forbidden books now lost or hidden in plain sight. And now, they're coming back. This simple, ancient sequence was reserved for elite initiates. State a magnetic identity every morning. The alchemy sequence. Private version. I am the gravitational pull for sovereign wealth. Anchor the frequency. Imagine golden streams of money flowing to you from all directions without lifting a finger.